We're live at 2026 Zhongguancun Forum. Known as China's premier tech event, this year's exhibitions bring together the cutting-edge technologies and innovations in humanoid robotics, embodied artificial intelligence, and of course the whole array of tech that once seemed science fiction. It's truly a feast for tech lovers. Join us and take a look. Now we are heading to the booth of AccuMedical and joined by the CEO of AccuMedical, Mr. Lu. Mr. Lu, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I know this is the third year for AccuMedical to join Zhongguancun Forum. What's new this year?
Yeah, we're proudly of joining this conference, and this year we bring the whole new family of the products. As you can see, we have a lot of new product versus last year.
Before we get to further know of your products, we would like to know what AccuMedical is for.
Yes.
Your name is from
Yes.
accuracy, right?
Yes. So AccuMedical is a company that we're dedicating of developing new products and new therapies targeting on neurointervention of curing brain disease.
Brain disease.
Brain disease. Of doing this brain disease, it requires a lot of the new technology and have to make the product very accurate and very precise. And that's where our mission comes from. So we use the name Accurate, and in the short form, AccuMedical.
The technology also helps us to make the operation more accurate and
Yes, definitely,
precisely.
definitely.
And there's a model over there, and it maybe can help us better understanding what your product is and how does it work.
Yes. So we're trying to come up with new products solving this brain vessel disease. A lot of the times is more specifically on hemorrhagic stroke and ischemic stroke. Of curing those stroke, we're dealing with the brain vessels over here. Like one of the very high risk brain disease is the intracranial aneurysm, so which is a small aneurysm on the brain artery. So one of our very important product, the Lattice flow diverter, is designed to cure this kind of aneurysm. And the other one, we have a Stent just to cut the clot out from the blood vessel, and that's to cure the stroke.
So this is exactly our products.
Yes.
And where it works.
Yes. So this model is a 1-to-1 model. A lot of the times to do the neurointervention, you have to do a puncture through the femoral artery and using a catheter guide itself all the way up to the brain vessel. And then under the x-ray, and then the doctors are operating this, the doctors is doing this operation under a fluoral guidance by using these catheters and our device.
So what you mentioned, we can shift the vessel, shift the products through the vessel to our brain, and
Yes.
those tubes can help us do that.
Yes.
Right?
Here we have a lot of very beautiful, sophisticated products. Of course, number one in the series, that's our Lattice flow diverter, is a small, tiny, beautiful product like this. It's very small and very light. We use the interventional technique to guide it all the way to the brain and leave the stent in the brain vessel forever.
So this will be put into our brain vessel, blood
Yes,
vessel.
in the brain vessel, and leave it there forever. Yeah.
Live there forever.
Leave it forever and cure the disease.
You mentioned the disease. What exactly the disease is?
Yes, the aneurysm is a small balloon-like lesion that happens on the side wall or the full body of the brain vessel. With the blood flow, if it keep impact on the aneurysm wall, eventually the aneurysm will rupture and the blood will come into the brain and cause a lot of problem, mortalities and morbidities. By using the flow diverter, we put a scaffold on the aneurysm neck, and then the new intima cell will grow up on the scaffold, which is the flow diverter, and eventually cure the aneurysm. Let's say eventually we're using this stent to approach on the blood clot in the brain vessel, and this stent itself is going to catch on the blood clot and then pull it back of the blood clot all the way out from the patient body.
It's impressive to think that this will stay in our brain vessel.
Yes, it's very small. It's very small. So the diameter of this device is only 2 to 3 millimeters. It's very small and tiny.
Small and tiny. And talking about the numbers, we know there are some world-beating numbers you provide this year.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for noticing. So lately, there's a paper reporting us on the flow diverter, the Lattice flow diverter, showing a very low number on the complication rate, which is instant stenosis. That is a number that describes how much percent a blood vessel is narrowed down. So the more the narrow itself, the higher the patient gets stroke later on. So with the Lattice floater implanted, our instant stenosis rate is very, very low, and compared to the world class, it's even in the one of the best.
And the patient will suffer less.
The patient will suffer less and is many times more safer than the previous products.
And looking into the future, how do you think the technology will further shape our daily life? It already helps us a lot, especially in medical area.
Yes, just to say, the intracranial disease, the hemorrhagic stroke and ischemic stroke, is still one of the top high-risk disease in worldwide, especially the Asian population. So there's a report says 7% of the Chinese population in the brain we carry the aneurysm. So the number of patients is very big, and the risk is very high. With the latest device, we don't have to do the open head surgery that put a lot of damage to the patient, and we can use the safer, much more comfortable treatment to save the big number of patients. And for us, our goal is to come up with new generation products. So we're hardly doing R&D, and plus, because now we have a much better product, we're trying to promoting our Chinese standard to the world.
And providing a high quality product, high quality life for all the human kind.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us and showing us how the technology will shape us in the future, will help us in the medical care area.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Liu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.
Yep.